Hey, what up, yo? This Too Short, and you're watching Respectfully Disrespectful, bitch.
Hey, pretty lady, where you going? What you doing? I was hoping that
Dum diggy diggy ding ding, brr dum ding 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 ding, bang ba dum brr da ba brr da ba.
Oh, the bitch, man. Ready? Hey, man, life is too short. Would you agree? So listen, man, we got a special podcast right here, man. Pops came into town, and I was just like, yo, see if you could come do the podcast, man. I couldn't reach out to my podcast partner, man, Kevin Allen, man. He had to do some work, so I'm going to take this one to the neck, y'all. But I do got a man who I like to call Pops, a.k.a. the godfather of West Coast, the independent creator, Masai, and Mr. Disrespectful himself. But he's taught me the art of being respectfully disrespectful. Welcome. Too Short.
Yeah, man, you know, I just walk in and say, hey, what's up, bitch? And they go, oh, hey, Todd, hey.
Hey.
Like, you know.
When I was young, right, we would go out, and I was a brute. I was just a hell of a brute. And I would
You
just
was
be
Oakland, man.
So you taught me the finesse game. Like, you're the first person who I saw go up to an amazingly beautiful woman and just be like, bitch, you fine as fuck.
You are such a beautiful bitch. I have not seen a bitch this beautiful ever. And they're just like, I don't know if to say thank you or fuck you.
So how did this shit start? Like, I remember how it all began. But how can you just tell me
All right,
how
man,
did
there's
it
a
start?
philosophy to the whole shit, man. The shit, when you go to analyze the old Too Short albums and, you know, it's really a cassette format where side A was clean songs and side B was dirty as fuck, you know what I'm saying? And nobody was really paying attention to that, but that kind of was a format for about 4 early albums, like on the cassette. Side A, no cussing. Side B, soon as it come on, it's like, bitch. So
Is that Todd in short?
nope, that's just a balance of just the intellect that's put into something that seems so simple and so primitive, but there's a whole lot of thought pattern into why this is genius. It's not one thing or another thing. It's all these little subtle things. So in the studio, I'm doing this shit. I'm rapping about things that's going on in the city, things that's touching on political subjects, people's struggles and shit. Just some, innocent fun kind of, songs like, oh, Oakland. You know, the songs I made with no cussing. It's a lot of them. I Ain't Tripping didn't have cussing. A lot of songs didn't have cussing.
Right.
You flip that thing over, or if you had the CD, it get to about song 6 or 7 or something, and it's like, bitch. And I did that for one reason, was like, you might be the kid who's bumping it, and your parents, like, what you listening to? And you can hurry up and skip back to the clean ones and flip it over and never try to let them hear the B-side. But then on the flip side, in real life, here I am, intelligent thinking brother. I'm doing this as a business move. I'm not like really like walking down San Pablo, grabbing bitches' money and then going to the studio saying, yeah, I'll take bitches' money. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing a shit like that. It wasn't to that level. It was a representation of some real pimping. But I never bit my tongue and said I was out here running hoes. But what I did do is, in my townishness,
A townicity.
I fucking, walked around this motherfucker very politely and very rudely. And it was, the balance that I had to do. Like, I could be the nicest motherfucking gentleman with a female day in and day out. And then, disrespect the game, and it's bitch, hoe, bitch, hoe, bitch. You know what I mean? On the flip side, I could be somewhere appearing to be, oh, that's Too Short over there, man. He got foul it up. Like some chicks might be talking some shit like, I ain't fucking with him. And then I step up to him, and they're like, wow, I didn't really think that you were going to be like this. Like, and then like Todd's my friend for life. So, it goes with the Todd game all the way, though, man. And I would walk into a room full of bad women. I don't say B words. Beautiful sisters, and I would walk in there and just walk up and say, hi, my name is Todd, how you doing? And I wouldn't be like, damn, girl, you fine, I want to fuck you. Damn, girl, give me your number. I would just introduce myself, spin off to the left, and I did that shit to about 1.7 million females, and the shit just turned into, hi, Todd.
So
everywhere you go with me, what do the females say?
Hi, Todd.
Exactly.
That's why I hit them with the Stanley game. They be like, hi, I'm Stan, how you doing? They be like, his name, oh, hi, Stan.
And 5 years later, everywhere you go, it's going to be, Stanley?
Hi, Stanley.
This shit works. It's a long-term game.
So when we talked about on Drink Champs, we talked about the art of bitch. And the art of bitch was, like, to me, the concept of how to knock abroad, the secret memoirs of Todd Shaw. And right there is kind of like some segments, and we ain't really going to give up too much game on that thing. I just want to get straight to it. 19,999. Is that a legitimate number?
No, that's aspirations of same kind of thing Wilt did. He wanted to just, you knew he was like active, and you knew Wilt had more women than you, and you knew he was having more fun than you. But when he personally wrote his book and he put that number out there, we kind of knew he was bullshitting. He was over exaggerating the goat status.
But we did the numbers though, Pop, and it's kind of like it could possibly go. Like
I did the numbers. What would have to do somewhere in the neighborhood of a menage a trois every night, 7 nights a week for 20 years straight.
to get 20,000.
He didn't do that. Somewhere in there, he'd have to do a lot of fucking that is humanly impossible. So in my case, although you've seen me with quite a few women, and you assume based on their behavior that we might have fucked.
Right.
I feel like there's no way I could have got to that 19,000 number. But at the same time, it's not even a number that you would want to pick and go, this is the number. It's more like,
it's hell of them.
did you satisfy your appetite? Did you have it your way? Did you indulge in the forbidden fruit that you never thought was attainable? And I would have to say, yeah. I would have to say, as I walk through here right now, these last months and weeks and years, it's not the same, 10 years ago, 15 years ago game that I was running. It's more of a substance thing with me right now. I'm not really doing the shallow relationships where, it takes like 72 hours to go, damn, I fucking love you. And,
Wait. So did you just tell me that your substance, like you're either it's first
I'm
night
not
or
fucking
no night,
hoes
right?
after the club every night anymore. That's all.
Wait, man, you couldn't be a better player than me.
You go to the motherfucking club, you fuck the bitch, you wake up in the morning and go, I think I fucking love you, and then you never see her again. I'm not doing that part.
So is Todd settling down?
I can't even call it right now, bro. You can't really put it out there like that, because check this out. I have gotten with a woman
You're
and
the
said,
God to me.
listen,
player.
listen, hear me out. I done sat with a woman. We sitting on the couch and we watching some shit we DVR'd and we fucking sitting all close and we all this shit. I can't do that shit for long, man. That shit drive me crazy. I can't sit there and watch pre-recorded programs at 8 o'clock shows and shit. That shit drive me crazy. I feel like at some point there's an expiration date to your activity, to your activeness. There's an expiration date. It's supposed to be.
So are you done with being a player is what you're telling me right now?
I haven't expired yet, man. I've been wide open for I didn't have so much fun. I'm like, bro, I could kick back and kind of
Just watch the young homies do it now.
But at the same time, I cheer them on. I go to a youngster event right now and try to mind my fucking business. And next thing I know, my dick's in her mouth.
So when we say a youngster event, what are we saying?
25, 21 and over, 25, somewhere in there, where.
And they still be on the short nigga.
Yeah, but I'm saying I used to be the aggressive one.
Now it's just they on you.
Now I just walk in a room now and I don't do the aggressive thing.
So you get pussy on accident now.
It was always like that, but now I eliminated the part where I'm going in because things changed in the last couple of years.
Right.
Bitches is misinterpreting a hello into
For sure.
He tried to fuck me.
For sure.
A fucking a moment of you might be alone in a moment that could be approaching romance, and the bitch is thinking something totally different. Like, let me start recording and shit, stupid shit, man. So,
For sure.
So it's hard to judge characters right now. The most innocent ones, they scheming and shit. You know what I'm saying? I think them ride or die gangster bitches is the ones that's keeping it real out here right now. These little square bitches is trying to get on
Clout
TMZ.
chase, they want to get on TMZ. They need a record deal.
What?
They talking about you did this to me and my mama. I need this.
And the way the game is going over and over again, it's like it's a bunch of rude dudes out here who could have, some of them could have been raised up on some too short and kind of misinterpreting the player in there and just went for the rude side of it.
Yeah, they didn't get the player. A lot of these niggas didn't get the player side.
So it's a lot of niggas that's validating what's going on with these females. There's a lot of motherfuckers out here foul as hell. Nigga, the whole time we've been real player with it, and the next nigga been like trying to grab a bitch by the back of the head and get some head and shit, and she like stop, and the nigga think it's a game and shit. Like, bruh,
chill out, bruh.
You gonna get your dick sucked in life, but not by her.
Yeah, not this one.
And niggas be like, niggas be kind of not accepting that shit, right?
Yeah, niggas ain't accepting the no. No means no.
So then on the flip side, you got some player niggas that's been playing the rules all the way, Nigga, I don't understand the part about R. Kelly, I we don't fuck the little child shit. That's
out of pocket.
That's the illegal thing that I'm not speaking on.
Right.
I'm talking about the bitches can't leave when they ready to go.
Yeah, they ready to go.
How you gonna run a pimp game, a pimp-ish game, and the bitch ain't got no remote control in that? You know what I'm saying?
She's just gonna automatically go. You want a hostage? Keep the bitch hostage.
At some point, you go, all right, here's your mission. The bitch got to come back or she ain't yours. You can't hold her in the room.
Yeah, it's right here.
with a
You
pistol,
forcing the bitch.
with a bucket and shit. That ain't.
So we won't see no surviving Todd.
Oh no, I love the ladies, man. I'm not the one that said we don't love them hoes. I think you can go back and do research on me. I said we love them hoes as long as they pay, and I've said that. But now it's like more like you take the pimp and hoe philosophy,
right?
And you walk into a corporate boardroom and you apply that shit, and it gets you somewhere. You take it into maybe even a fucking relationship a little bit. You like, I'm not pimping you,
right?
But you gonna treat me like a motherfucking pimp
for sure.
And it's just like that. So, and on the shoe on the other foot, you're not trying to be at this point in your life in some woman's life as a low life, as a nigga that don't bring nothing to the table,
right?
Nor do you want a bitch that don't bring nothing to the table. So
is it an expiration date on a player game though? Like, cause like growing up, like we did an episode. Our last episode was about with Amber Rose, and we told Amber Rose that listen, we grew up off Too Short. Too Short showed us certain games and certain rules, and as you're getting older, the game is maturing, and we're seeing that you have to apply a different mature level of your game. So as the next phase of your playerism game, can you see Todd sitting back, doing the family thing, and just being like, I'm just chilling now?
I asked Quincy Jones what that date was, the expiration date. He said there is none. Now, at that time, that was about, 8 years ago or so, and he was an OG. And he was like, nope, active. And I'm like, all right, so I feel like it's till the wheels fall off. Whatever you're doing, it's whatever hustle you got. I don't understand how you have a good hustle and it's in your heart, there's passion there, and you just be like, oh, I'm gonna do this new thing now. And you walk away from money makers. I can't walk away from Short Dog, man. I can't walk away from.
That's what cut the checks.
Yeah, my lifestyle that I lived all this time has not been some shit that I was living a lie. This was what I wanted to do.
Real straight lifestyle.
I did exactly what the fuck I wanted to do during my run. And I'm like, the wheels ain't fell off, bro. I'm still riding. Nigga, where am I going tonight?
For real, to go party.
Shit.
In the club, knock a bitch.
And they gonna pay me for it.
The Pimp Tape. Pimp Tape did good. Mm-hmm. We're doing the Pimp Tape. Previous projects, 2019. Mm-hmm. What's on Short Dog? Because the whole philosophy of really can't stop rapping. Like you just said, I can't stop rapping. What's next?
Yeah, when they the first time I ever got in the studio, I had been rapping for a while in the streets, but the first time they ever got me in the studio and recorded some songs, and they said, well, what you gonna name it? I said, Don't Stop Rapping, because I'm like, I wanted a name that meant something, and every time in my career where I felt like, I'm at a crossroads, I just always go back to, well, shit, don't stop rapping. Like, that's the shit that, since age 14, that's the motherfucking shit that gets you what you want.
So can we do the movie Don't Stop Rapping? Can we talk? Listen, I need QD3, LT Hutton, all of my guys. Don't wait till it's too late. Let's get this going right now. We're pitching the pitch right now in the Don't Stop Rapping movie. I want to do the soundtrack, and can you see that movie happening?
The corporate money is at work already, man. So, I'm like, making sure that all the life rights and everything is secured and shit. And we it's one of them stories that's going to be told. I love the fact the newest, latest, greatest biopic or whatever you call it, whatever, I don't know.
Biopic.
But no, it's series. That's the Don Cornelius.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's real dope.
They say Don was a real player, man.
Those are the stories that gotta be told, man.
Is it gonna be some stories like you didn't know Short fucked her? Is it like, if I could just get one name, I know we don't kiss and tell, but just one like famous back in the day, like I know, cause just going through the books and like, damn, Pop shoot, but just one of them, you feel me?
All right, I'm gonna say like this, man, cause you always you go for the immediate dirt, bro. But
I'm
gonna say honestly like this, man. Like I can give you this much, and this is the God's honest truth.
Let me know.
It's a lot of rich, I'm not talking about like 3 or 4. It's a lot of rich, famous motherfuckers from all sports, executive business,
niggas wives,
music. They're the wifey. They got 2, 3 kids. My wife, my beautiful wife, Like, I look at the shit in magazines and,
Family portraits and stuff.
bro, I used to slut the fuck out of them bitches. Like, literally, I would not be a piece of shit to say I kind of probably, like, you know, trained her for that championship she won.
For that championship ring.
Yeah, I'm not that kind of nigga, though, you know? Like,
Yeah, we ain't gonna throw the dirt out there. We ain't gonna. All you athletes, y'all safe. The rappers, athletes, just know if your female's a Too Short fan,
it ain't that. I'm gonna give you the
probably
clue.
fuck.
I'm gonna give you the clue. The clue that you should always read through is when they see me, when I pop them with something, they go, look
Hi,
at
Todd.
Todd. Look
Look
at
at
Todd. That's my friend. Like, you know, I ain't best friend. Todd was my best friend. Nah, we was having
yeah,
threesomes.
it's no best friend. I remember coming in the studio one day and say, man, you said, hey man, you know that's my bitch, man. That's it.
Sitting up in there with my bro, man.
It's like,
Fab got that shit bad.
what? What?
I mean, it's hard not to, because, you know,
You've been fucking bitches for hella generations. So if a nigga get a new broad or a broad that's on the scene, you gotta think, once I get to Arrival, where I'm like, okay, I'm on my Stanley, I'm on my Fabby, and now them bitches been on the scene, you done already ran through them, so it'd be like, what I'm supposed to do, nigga?
it's all good. At least I'm not like other niggas who get feelings involved and shit. Be
Niggas
like,
get emotional.
Be like, bro, you fucking my brother I used to fuck with. Like, nigga, what? What? Nigga, what? Hey, no, we have made a handful of bitches make the ghost face.
Oh yeah.
Like, the bitch just could not believe who just walked in the room.
Oh yeah, me and you didn't walk in and bitches be like, how do y'all feel?
Then she like, am I bust? Nah, bitch, we about to have a good time tonight.
We didn't
Talk
have different nights. We didn't have one night she'll go with
shit.
you, one night she'll go with me. It's just, hey, it is what it is, man.
As long as she can face it.
If she could face it, I ain't tripping.
Yeah, okay.
Cause nigga be like, okay, bitch. Yeah. She be like, oh, why did you bring me? I had a bitch tell me
And
one
then
day.
a few of them be so talented, though, you can't be stingy.
Oh, hell no.
You're like, nigga, did she ever do the two-hand backwards flip upside down thing?
Did you get the spit on?
Nigga.
What about, we got one that is like, she's, Superhead don't got nothing on her, right?
All I'm gonna say is, nigga, sit on a towel.
Sit on
before
the
she
towel,
start.
nigga, cause she got slop mop. Slop mop. The real way. You hear me? You feel me? Father and son style. You feel me? It's crazy, man. But nah, man, we just be catting off, man. Respectfully disrespectful, man. I just want to tell y'all this, man.
Hey, but we do love her.
I love her. Hey, baby, we love you. It's one who knows we love you.
The towel girl, she know.
Hey,
It's a nigga out there right now sitting on the towel.
she'll tell you, nigga, go get a towel.
You're gonna need it.
And I told the bitch, if you ever write a book and you put me and Pops in it, bitch, we killing you. Period. Allegedly. But
Oh man.
Hey.
Allegedly.
oh, you gotta throw that out there these days, man. Cause shit, they taking niggas on just on shit that a nigga said, man.
Hypothetically.
So it's short writing a book, man. We in closing, man. I wanna know the book. So the book, the movie.
All right, let me tell you some things, man. All right, so for Surely, I wrote 2 books.
when you were sitting down.
Yeah, but I'm the kind of cat where
Wait a minute. How was that sitting down, never being in jail in your life, and having to go to LA County Jail for, what was it, 6? How long they had you? 4?
5 weeks.
Five,
man, shit.
5 weeks. So
It took
how,
me like-
how was that?
It took me like about 48 hours to figure out you ain't leaving right away. They was talking that 90-day shit. So I'm like, you're going to be here for a little bit, so figure this out. I'm not finna sit in there and talk to niggas and fucking, like, reminisce on no shit. So I'm like, okay, what could I not do? What did I not have time to do? Let's do some
Set up
shit.
and write.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm looking around. What's my resources? You know, I was in the cell. You know, they put you in a little special place in L.A. County.
Right.
Where nobody could fuck with you. I was in the cell where they put Chris Brown for his time.
Right.
I don't know what he did all together. He was in there a lot longer than me, too. But that nigga designed his fucking cell with pencils. It's like the most extravagant pencil art you've ever seen. Like, they preserve it. It's there years later after he was
It's
there.
the Chris Brown's Picasso.
Head to toe, the whole thing.
They got the Sistine Chapel up in the cell.
That boy, he did it. But I'm saying, with my time, I went through lots of pencils to the nub.
Right.
I went through paper, every piece of fucking paper I could get back and front, and I would I found the best way to do the time was to, when everybody woke up to do whatever the fuck they had to do in the daytime, then I would just sleep all day. And then when everybody slowed it down later and had their little dinner and it got quiet,
Right.
then I'd start writing. And I wrote all fucking night. And that time went by so fast.
When niggas like, show, what's up? Was it no show, dog?
But the funniest shit is, yeah, they did a lot of that. They did a whole lot of guards doing goofy shit and shit, rap for me and all that. I'm like, nah, bro, I ain't rapping.
I ain't even
all
on that
shit.
type of time,
They
dog.
try to trade a nigga some good food for rapping and shit. I'm like, I eat the nasty shit. I'm cool. I don't want no favors. Shit. Hey.
So what was the books?
This is what I was gonna say. The funny part is the kind of nigga I am that I'm. It's like a time capsule. I don't know where I was at during that time. I just know that I remember what the shit was about, and it was about. I didn't write an autobiography. I wrote about why am I 50 fucking years old and I can't stop partying. What got me to here? And it started at a young age. And at all years and at every year and point in my life, something has enabled me to keep doing this, including right now today. And I don't know, we still here, bro. I'm like, the book I wrote ain't over, so I'm like, how could I release the book when I'm still writing that motherfucker? So I'd have to, if I wanted to release a book now, I'd have to take a portion of something and write about.
Just talk about that.
It couldn't be what I already wrote. And people approach me all the time, do I want this book deal? It's gonna happen.
Is it one? I want to ask you on this last question. Is there one bitch out there that Too Short always wanted to fuck that never got to her? Who's the bitch? Because last week I said I want to fuck Madonna. I just want to do it just for the G. You feel me? I'm pushing for that.
All the bitches I wanted to fuck and didn't fuck, I went and found a bitch that looked like her and an imaginary fuck that would look like. I fucked Janet Jackson and Beyonce and all them lookalikes.
Okay, let's say lookalike. So I don't want y'all to go out there and be like, Short said he fucked Janet. No, it said he said lookalike.
It's almost the same thing.
They look dead on him?
Probably would be better too, because a lot of them high maintenance bitches probably don't put in a lot of work.
Yeah, they acting like they got something
So
to
I
prove.
fucked Halle Berry. I fucked them all. Fucked them all. But you want a real life?
I
fuck
need a
that
real life one fuck Todd Shaw wanted to fuck.
There's so many, bruh.
Hey, would you let Jill Scott suck you?
Jill's my friend.
I know that. I seen her rapping Too Short lyrics. We seen her one day and she just started busting out Too Short raps and I was so
What she
appalled.
did to that microphone? Hell yeah. But
I'm saying I didn't see the microphone.
But we sit down and smoke weed and talk friendship.
But would you check some of that head though?
I go big every now and then. I would go big, bro. We talk about this, you know.
I go big. I'll go big.
Yeah, I'm just saying. She got the kind of big you would want to go.
You'll go big?
With Jill, yeah. Of course.
All right. Well, Jill Scott. Come and
But,
get this.
but like I said, I've already had a couple of Jill Scott lookalikes. I did all the lookalikes. I got some Baduism. I did all that shit.
Who's the one bitch that you would fuck that I need a real one though?
See, bro.
I need one real one. It's just one.
I'm going to just tell you, this is how I used to walk through life.
Respectfully disrespectful.
I literally, okay, look. I'm in the airport. I just do the, you see all these bad bitches in life. You just go, you know, the would I, would not, you know.
Yeah, would you?
I can almost, at this point, man, it's been so extensive. I could, like, look at a bitch and tell by her demeanor, like, what kind of freak she is and what kind of fuck style she is. And
I need a freak.
Just by the way she stands still, like, you know about the shit, the sleeper?
Yeah, I'm watching The Sleeper. The Sleeper, you've taught me how to, I've learned everything from
Everybody's
you. So all my
jocking
game,
this bitch and
I'ma
that
go with
bitch.
The Sleeper.
And I'm like, nigga.
The Sleeper got her hair up. She got the
The
glasses.
freakiest bitch in this room is sitting over there. Ain't nobody talking to her.
Nobody said nothing to
and
her.
Later on, she's like, how did you know? And it's all over you.
How did you know?
I'm like, I just am a good.
Telling you, I'm
bitch, let
writing-
that hair down.
I'm
Come up out of them.
I'm letting you know now. I'm writing the book called The Art of Bitch. It's the code, and I'm applying all the game that you've given us. But you still haven't told us one. I just need one.
That I would fuck.
One bitch that's like everybody has a fantasy bitch. Like I want to fuck her. Like you feel me?
Oh man.
I want to fuck Nia Long. That's my thing.
I wish I could have fucked a young Pam Grier. That would have been some good pussy.
Oh yes, Lord.
That would have been some. That would have been like.
Yes,
He said,
Lord.
yes,
Foxy
Lord.
Brown. Yes, Lord. Yes. Hey, I just want to ask y'all this. Did you fuck Lil Kim?
I did not fuck Lil Kim, but at the same time, we had to do like some talking parts and shit. And you know, they made it interesting and shit. We had to go in the booth together.
She sucked you?
Nah. We just.
She felt on it?
We kind of just.
Did you let her feel on it when she? Because I know when you got in the booth with her, you got you hard because that voice is sexy. Y'all was talking some real shit, and she felt on it.
You gotta ask her. I can't remember. did Lil Kim grab my dick? You gotta ask her. I don't know. I don't know. I never liked fucking famous bitches, so that's a bad question. That's like a bad question. I personally, like Paula Patton. I fucked the shit out of her, Robin Thicke wife.
Robin Thicke wife?
But I'm saying that's the homie. Like,
You fucked Paula Patton?
no, I said I would.
Oh, I didn't
You
say
you say name what you want to
okay,
hear.
Paula, I was gonna say you fucked Paula Patton, nigga. God damn.
But you know the hits. I'm not telling you the hits.
Yeah, I know
just-
some hits.
I'm
I
not
can't.
saying-
That ain't y'all business. I know some hits though.
I can't tell the hits.
Listen, the funniest story, man. Like I say, it's one last minute, and I'm going out with this. The funniest story, and I don't think we told it on Drink Champs, and I don't think anyone has heard this story. Can you tell me the story about the Lil Kim, and Biggie was like,
You
nigga,
always like that shit.
because we haven't told it publicly. We've never told this story publicly.
I'm gonna tell a quick version.
Tell a quick version about how Biggie didn't want his bitch going to see Short Dog.
I don't even know that's what it was. This is what happened, man. It's if you read into it like I read into it, all you could say is that makes sense. That's logic.
Nigga wanted his bitch, man. I
So-
can't send my bitch to the Sharks.
So we agreed to do a song for a soundtrack
Booty call.
And Jive Records thought of the idea, put us together, and I had already knew Biggie and all them, and you know, it was cool. So I, out of my pocket, bought the plane tickets to fly Lil Kim and her manager, 2 females, down to Atlanta to record in the studio, my studio. And just on the player that I am, that was gonna do it right, I was gonna show up, pick them up, and drop them at their hotel, and then make sure they get to the studio.
Right.
So I show up at the airport knowing what time it's, it's a different visual at airports. Like before you pull out, if somebody come walking out on the curb, you just sitting there, it was like, you remember you used to be able to walk all the way to the
Yeah,
airport
for
and
sure.
shit. So I pull up, I'm in my little fly car, pull up outside to make the presentation and shit and treat
What
them
you
like,
was in at the time? A Benz?
I don't know, I always kept something clean. So it was
Still to this day.
It was definitely clean. You gotta have a clean ass sports car, clean ass 4-door, and a clean ass SUV.
Player code.
You just got to. So, instead of the plane landed, I could see I'm reading the board, whatever. Instead of Lil Kim walking out, Biggie walks out. And it was just like, he was just
He on crutches.
he had broke both his legs and shit, and he was recovering from that. He was walking, but he had the 2 canes or some shit, or 2 crutches or some shit. And he just basically was like, yo, what's up? Kim missed her flight. And then, we had made arrangements to like, well, fuck it, let's just go do some shit to her flight. She don't come in on the next flight was what he was saying.
Right.
Let's just do some shit, kill some time. And, the nigga was just like, he was really concerned, like, so.
What y'all got going on?
Yeah, like, so what y'all about to do? What's it for? I had to tell him, well, it was a song, it was for the soundtrack, the label hooked it up, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, all right. And then, just to smooth the ice a little bit,
Yeah.
I blasted him straight to my mama house in Atlanta, and
Cooked for him.
the food was already cooked. Gave the nigga some of that good mama's food, and I had just flew in from California with my old school smuggler tactics and smuggled 2 ounces, and I was like, just as a diplomatic gesture,
Here's an ounce for you.
I sold him one. Nigga,
I give you a bitch before I give you a blunt.
no, bruh. At Atlanta prices was like probably $600, $700,
He
$800
said
an
I
ounce
give you a bitch before I give you a
for
joint.
some shit that was half price out here. If I smuggle it out there, I'm not giving the weed away.
This Biggie, you ain't tripping.
I probably explained it to him like that. I'm like, bro, this is California finest. I'm about to give you half my stash, but you got to pay me for this. That's what. It wasn't for the money. It was for the principle. Like, nigga,
I smuggled this. I took penitentiary chances.
I would have charged you for that weed, bro. Anybody. And to make it more understandable, I wouldn't sell that weed to my brother, to anybody.
It was good.
Man, Wayne Loke smoked my ounce one time, bro. I told Wayne Loke go grab an ounce to homie has some weed for nigga smoke my ounce. I was mad for like a year, nigga.
You ain't Loke in the building, man. That's big, bruh.
Bro, that weed back then in Atlanta was very, very like rare diamonds.
So you get him in, he eat the food, then he say, what, Kim coming?
Yeah, he kept saying she was coming on the next flight. I think she came like in the middle of the night or the next day or something. We did the song. He didn't come around the session and then he got what he wanted. He
Just set up for clarity.
Yeah, and I probably told him in so many words, like, nah, bro, I'm really not at her like that. Like, I
don't want you, bitch.
Yeah, like, And then he had the little friction with the dog pound and shit. And then, Daz and Corrupt used to be poking trying to be around Lil Kim and Foxy Brown. And it was a whole little thing between all of them that I wasn't involved in. Damn, I think some shoes just called me.
This nigga is crazy, man.
I really
Hey,
do. I'm trying to.
respectfully, disrespectful. This is like 2.5. Too short, and you get a chance to
This
it.
nigga want to name drop, talk about bitch. Bro, you don't hurt feelings, man.
I don't want to hurt feelings.
I'm gonna tell you a story, nigga. This I know you would have did something different.
What?
So the
I'm
nigga-
learning though. I'm getting better.
So I'm at Lake Havasu. I don't even have my saying too
Arizona.
much already.
Okay, you already gave us the location, so she knows whoever it is.
So it's a wild one. We wilding out. We on some boats and shit, and they jumping off this boat and that boat jumping on my boat. Quick ass blowjob. Give me a bitch. Give me trading bitches off boats and shit. And the nigga, it's daytime. So at nighttime, you go to a little club and shit. So I see one of the little bras. She can big old titties and shit, fine motherfucker. And I'm like, you know, I had a room at the hotel where the club was at. So
Right there.
Them days, nigga, I'm like, it's probably gonna be 3 knockdowns.
That in
Before
that
the end
night.
of the night, in that
get on,
room.
get off.
And I was G with my shit, so one bro to get fucked on the couch, one on the floor, then I'll fuck up the bed. You know what I'm saying? You can't just keep fucking in the bed over and over again. You gotta know your shit. So we go up there, we do it on the floor. And go back to the party. We had already played around on the boat.
Now this somebody's wife.
No, later on, my nigga comes to me and showed me a picture. And he say, my nigga,
Do you know her?
you know this bitch? You ever fucked her? I immediately see her, and I immediately know I fucked the shit out of her. And I immediately say, nah. Like, I know how she was at, you know, blah, blah, blah. And he say, cool, my nigga, because I think I'm finna marry her. Nigga, do you know right now to this day, they have beautiful grown-ass kids?
And he don't know that you took him down.
I mean, even if he ever thought of it or suspected it, whatever,
You
I did the
denied
right
it.
thing at the right time.
And denied it.
I think I did the right thing. I don't think you would have did that. I think that because it was a trick question. He didn't say I'm gonna marry you.
But you felt
Hey,
the energy when he asked you.
You know what you would have said, right? He was like, nigga, I want that fam, nigga, I want that.
I hit them.
Hey, yo, man.
I hit them. I'm gonna keep it real with my neck.
I need some
cuz,
shoes,
I
bro.
sweated them out, cuz.
I need.
Okay. Why don't you come see me tomorrow?
Uh,
Outside that.
Y'all can't wait till 9 o'clock. I got a show tonight. I need a pair of shoes. I need a whole outfit.
No, what? We close at 8.
Motherfucker. All right.
All
Goddamn.
right?
You ain't got a cousin nowhere out here with the store open?
Was that Manny?
That's the boys from
What?
the Bayfair Emergency back.
Oh, yeah, Giorgio.
Yeah, the quick
Yeah.
fits. 8 o'clock.
The whole East Coast, West Coast thing, how did you stay out of it?
Atlanta, being in Atlanta, and you know, Atlanta right before that thing turned into what it's known for, it was a friendly kind of New York, LA kind of thing. They was playing it East West, but it was always like New York, LA. They play some New York songs and say, "Who in this motherfucker from New York?" Da 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 da. Play a little set. They go, "Who in this motherfucker from the West Coast?" And they play a bunch of Dr. Dre, Snoop shit. And then you know, they might get back to the down south or whatever the hot shit is, but they always. All the DJs always refer to that for the college students and just the scene down there, and that was a friendly kind of like you know
Competition.
it wasn't. It was just like pride, you know, show your pride for your
Where
shit.
you from?
Yeah, you know, they start playing the California songs, we turn up a little louder.
Right.
They play the New York songs, they turn up a little louder, but we all was still right there, like camaraderie. And it was the music crews, it was the college students, and it was, you know, athletes, whatever. People was from different places in Atlanta, and it was like a good time. So when it turned into East-West, pick a side, I had developed all these friendships with all these people, like working with them, the Eric Sermons and the Biggies and shit. I know these motherfuckers. I'm going to New York because I'm in Atlanta, an hour and a half, hour 45 flight away. I'm up there all the time, enough to even get a fucking apartment. So I'm moving around in New York City, and I'm like, nigga, I'm with these niggas as the shit unfolds, and I'm with these niggas out here as this shit unfolds, and I'm realizing that this is not, to me, in my world, it never was an East Coast, West Coast thing. To me, it was always definitely, singularly, a Puffy and Suge thing, and then it was,
Biggie, Pop.
yeah, you know, Pac, the Biggie, the angle, but it was really Puff and Suge.
Ego
and then
war.
I feel like Pac getting shot and then at the same time having to be sentenced for the case of the chick
Rape,
that said he
right.
raped And then as he shot and hurt, going to jail, putting the shit together, man, the only niggas that knew I was coming was them niggas. How many niggas be waiting for me in the lobby? I didn't tell nobody I was going there except them. So, you know, that's a 2 + 2.
Right.
You know the story about he got on the elevator, already shot out the door open. They like, you niggas set me up, all that shit.
Right.
So he's fresh on, you niggas set me up. You know, you lit, you leaking.
Right.
And then you still bandaged up. They like, yeah, go to jail. This nigga was hot.
He thinking about it like, oh, fuck.
So you seen the documentary when Jimmy Iovine was like, nigga, I sent the money.
Right.
But you know, Suge
Took the play. Yeah.
was like, he went down there, did all the whatever, the PR part of it.
Yeah. Said, I'm doing this, I'm doing this.
Yeah,
I'm
made it
bailing
look like
you
he
out.
went like, come on, little homie, you out.
Yeah,
No
Jimmy
matter-
did that.
However, whatever. But
Yeah, we seen that on the Elements, whatever
when
that
he
shit's
got
called.
out, though,
He was tripping.
I mean, it's just, nigga, like he had all the fuel to become Tupac. Everything. He had built the foundation. He went in off solid work. Like, you know, the shit he did before was solid.
Right.
And we like, you know, loving him and shit. He came out like pissed. So
fire.
I never saw it as a,
East Coast, West Coast.
and then the niggas, you could even drop name. All the niggas that jumped in to me, you was kind of on some weenie shit to me, because you was like, I understand niggas like Pimp C,
Right.
who was major Tupac fans, who never really participated in the at the time of actively making records or pretending to be East Coast, West Coast. But the nigga stance was, nigga, if it's against Tupac, it's against me.
For sure.
And it was just like, nigga, I'm riding with Pac.
For sure.
Other niggas was like trying to get in on the hype of it and making records and dissing the East Coast and all this shit. And I'm like, nigga, that's not the core of what this is. This ain't Crips and Bloods. This motherfucking, some niggas got some personal vendettas. And you see what happened. The niggas who had the personal vendettas lost very valuable assets.
They life.
Yeah, I'm talking about
Freedom.
Biggie and Puffy. I mean, Suge and Puff lost Big and Pac.
For sure. They assets.
And it wasn't worth it, man. It wasn't worth it, man.
Last question, I promise. Earlier, I got asked who was my top 5. My friend asked me who my top 5
Every time
was.
you ask me, I'm gonna change it.
And I told him, I say, my top 5 is, this is serious. Like, my top 5 is Pac, Jay, M, Nas, and Short.
And Hammer, nigga.
Hammer is my favorite person in the world. Like, I love Hammer. That's my favorite person. Like,
Big Stan, Little Stan.
Big Stan and Lil Stan. You feel me? Who is Too Short's top 5?
Man, it's gonna change every time you ask me, man.
I just want to know today who's your top 5.
Hey, because you gotta explain this shit. People don't get it, man.
Who is your top 5 right now, Todd, at 8:04?
It ain't no order.
Okay.
But I always put Spoonie G on the list, because long before any of y'all ever knew anything about, which you probably never will know about Spoonie G, nobody was rapping about how they finesse these ladies. And in my early days listening to rap, he was wording that shit real slick.
He was
about
from Philly, right?
No, Spoonie G's New York, nigga.
New York, okay.
But
Steady B was from Philly. Which one was?
you talking about Schoolie D and all
Schoolie
that.
D, okay.
Spoonie
yeah.
G.
Okay, Spoonie G. All right, we got Spoonie G.
And I just put him as you know, that player
Up
shit.
there, some player shit.
And then from that class, I'm always gonna go Melly Mel, because Melly Mel changed the direction of hip hop single-handedly.
Broken glass everywhere.
Yeah, rap was all about fun and just partying and disrespecting each other and shit. And this nigga was like, let me tell you a real life shit.
The message.
And when he did it, the seed that he planted lives in hip hop right now.
For sure.
To tell your true pain or to tell what you see.
For sure.
Just to report. So I always put them on there regardless of what the fuck you think about the wordplay, motherfuckers and shit. And that's why I do it. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes I blurt this shit out. People don't know why you say what you said.
Right.
I put my nigga E40 on there.
40 water.
I put him on there, and people like, why you skip over all this and that? You didn't put Cube on there and all that. I put my nigga 40 on there because of stamina, just on the fact that the nigga can pull a motherfucking hit out. And I know this nigga had Mr. Flamboyant in 1980 something, and this nigga had Yep Nope in 2017 something. So I applaud that shit, because a lot of niggas that's my favorites had a run.
And it was over.
And then, you know, they did the shit and it was a favorite time, but my nigga, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
How many is that?
3.
Damn, that's all?
Yourself. Short, yourself?
You can't put yourself on top 5.
Okay, all right.
I'm not top 5 anyway, nigga.
You stupid as fuck.
No, you know what? I'm not really, I got a thing that I do, man.
Yeah, whatever. Who is the 2 more, nigga? My top 5.
I kind of like, you know, there's 2 things I'm gonna say too. Like, I put Jigga on my list, But at the same time, I
Jigga
feel
man.
like Jay-Z and E40, their greatness has a lot to do with absorbing other people's
For sure. Sponges.
other people's greatness
Yeah, being sponges.
and reinterpreting it. Well, some rappers don't do that. I'm one of them. But, you know, that's a style. It's a good thing. You
I
know?
do it all the time. I take you, Short. I take you, 40, and Dre all the time.
So who get on that list last?
And 5.
Last.
Brad? Brad?
Scarface is the shit. He truly is the shit. He's another hog. I'm trying to think a little forward because there's some shit going down now, but it's a lot of motherfuckers that
need
Q
one
could
more.
take that slide.
Q.
Dre 3000 could take that slide.
Who you got? I need you to staple
Scarface
it.
could take that slide. Fucking, I mean, it ain't no.
I need one. Now, you gave me 4. One more, please.
They be like, why you don't put Tupac on this shit? I'm just saying.
I just need one more.
Why you don't put Biggie on this shit? One more for the list.
Too Short. Spoonie G, Nelly Mel, E40.
All right, I'm gonna put my nigga with the this my today's top 5. My nigga with the greatest pimp punchlines ever. Who's that?
Who? Jay.
Jay ain't got no, nah, nigga's Sugar Free with the greatest pimp lines
Oh,
ever.
and Sugar Free, man.
With the greatest pimp one-liner punchlines.
And he put Free on there, man.
I'm just saying, if you just wanna
Respectfully disrespectful, you
Hey.
gotta hear this episode 2.5. We doing our thing. Kevin Allen, we miss you today. Y'all give a big round of applause to man. My pops, man, you feel me? AKA the godfather of this whole Bay Area independent scene, California music scene, man. And we gonna end it with his favorite word. Bitch!
Ding, 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 ding. Every girl, tick tock, like it on the one.